The most common way, of course, is to set up a passcode. Simple 4-digit passcode, or a more complex one if you want. This is something you do dozens of times a day to unlock and get access to your phone. Unfortunately, some people find that's too cumbersome and they don't set it up. In fact, in our research, about half of smartphone customers do not set up a passcode on their device. And they really, really should. That's why the team has worked so hard on a brand new technology to make this easy and fun to do. And it's called Touch ID. Touch ID uses a key you have with you everywhere you go, your finger. And more specifically, your fingerprint, which is unique to each of us. It reads your fingerprint at an incredibly detailed level. And that's because of a brand new sensor called the Touch ID sensor. It's a touch capacitive sensor. It's super thin, 170 microns thin. It's just thicker than a human hair. Yet it's very high resolution, 500 pixels per inch. It scans through the outer layers of your epidermis right to the inner live layers to get a better image of your actual fingerprint. You can teach it about more than one finger if you want, maybe use it right-handed and left-handed. And no matter what orientation you use to train it, you can turn your finger and don't have to worry about it because you can read it any orientation. But probably one of the most brilliant things the team did was where they put this new sensor. Right into the home button that we use all day long. This is really smart. The home button still has a tactile switch just like before, so it works the way you're used to. But it also now includes the Touch ID sensor. Around it is the stainless steel detection ring. So the sensor knows when to read your fingerprint just by the fact that your finger's on the button. You don't even have to click it. On top of it, it's protected with a sapphire lens. It's hard, and it also provides a better image down on the Touch ID sensor. Now, Touch ID has been built deeply into iOS 7. And the team has made it really fun and easy for you to teach your iPhone 5S about your fingerprint. And once you do, you can simply touch the home button to unlock your phone. And it's something that's a joy to do all day, every day, and leave on always. And since it's built in, the team's also figured out how to use it to make iTunes purchases, which of course has a different passcode, but you can just use your same finger to authenticate music, applications, books, TV shows, and movies, all with just a touch of your finger. So, it wouldn't be a killer Apple technology without a great video to tell us all about it.
iPhone 5S is our most refined iPhone to date. It is meticulously designed, engineered, and crafted. But it's the remarkable innovation inside the iPhone 5S that sets a new precedent. It's not just rampant technology for technology's sake. Every single component, every process has been considered and measured to make sure that it's truly useful and that it actually enhances the user's experience. This care, this consideration extends to how we protect all of the important information that you actually carry with you on your iPhone. It's what led us to create Touch ID.
Your fingerprint is one of the best passwords in the world. It's always with you, and no two are exactly alike. So it made perfect sense to create a simple, seamless way to use it as a password. With just a touch of your home button, the Touch ID sensor quickly reads your fingerprint and automatically unlocks your phone. You can even use it to authorize purchases through our stores for music, movies, TV shows, apps, and books. Setting up Touch ID to recognize your fingerprint is easy, and every time you use it, it gets better at reading your print. It can read multiple fingerprints and read them in any orientation. The technology within Touch ID is some of the most advanced hardware and software we put in any device. The button itself is made from sapphire crystal, one of the clearest, hardest materials available. This protects the sensor and acts as a lens to precisely focus it on your finger. The steel ring surrounding the button detects your finger and tells Touch ID to start reading your print. The sensor uses advanced capacitive touch to take, in essence, a high-resolution image of your fingerprint from the subepidermal layers of your skin. It then intelligently analyzes this information with a remarkable degree of detail and precision. It categorizes your print by one of three basic types: arch, loop, or whorl. It maps individual details in the ridges that are smaller than the human eye can see, and even inspects minor variations in ridge direction caused by pores and edge structures. Touch ID uses all this to provide the most accurate match and a very high level of security. All fingerprint information is encrypted and stored inside the secure enclave in our new A7 chip. Here, it is locked away from everything else, accessible only by the Touch ID sensor. It's never available to other software, and it's never stored on Apple servers or backed up to iCloud.
Touch ID defines the next step of how you use your iPhone, making something as important as security so effortless and so simple. We believe that technology is at its very best, at its most empowering, when it simply disappears.
So that is Touch ID, the third of our forward-thinking technologies in the iPhone 5S.